So, so, hmm. So, 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 I bought, so, I bought a lap mic. Yeah, I just realised that other people's videos were better sounding than mine. And I was like, what could it be? Me, a film student, I'm gonna try and guess. What could it be that is making other people's videos sound better than mine? Potentially a better mic, or just a cheap quick lap mic from Amazon. So yeah, I'm back, I'm here. I feel weird. I don't like staring at myself. I'm currently filming this on my iPhone yet again, and I don't really like my face today. So I'm filming this on a Friday, 26th, I believe. I was supposed to upload a video the 18th. It didn't happen. I'm not gonna try and like explain, well no, okay listen, I'm gonna try and explain myself, but I'm not gonna try and like give you all of the reasons why I didn't, as in trying to blame like all the things that are not me. But basically what happened is that I realized that social media is a fucking pain in the ass. I like creating content. I don't like social media so much. It's almost like a way to force myself into a character that I'm not. I don't really enjoy the energy in social media. I want to talk about social media, specifically talk about Instagram. I just don't like the way it makes me feel and the way indirectly pushes me down. Just ever slightly. It's not nice. As you can see, this is a different setup. Really messy one, by the way. I haven't even made the bed for this. I'm in Scotland right now. How did that happen? Why did it happen? As some of you might know, I have rats as pets, and due to some reasons that life gave to me, they had to be reinstalled, let's say, into a different space. That was Scotland, the house of my boyfriend. And we received the news a few days after I stopped making videos that one of my rats was dying. A week after, just came up to try and check that she was okay. And not only that, also to try and like have some time with her if it was the last few days she was going to be alive. Luckily, she's a tough bitch and she's made it through and she is strong as ever, and I'm really excited because I've been trying to make this little stupid project. Well, I've seen people making it with iguanas and stuff, but I want to make it with my rats, which is basically just like a museum for animals. You make little paintings of like famous paintings of, you know, history, and then you just change it into a rat or a iguana or a dog. Again, my life is not like amazing at the minute. This is like the most exciting thing is happening. What does that mean? Well, it means that I'm surrounded by plenty of people in this house. It's hard to film. The 18th arrived and I just didn't have anything. I was like, I'm gonna try and be kind to myself. I'm gonna try and not force it. But it was also one of my greatest fears when I chose to take a break. And I understand that like no one gives a shit, really. Probably this video is going to be seen by like 2 people. No one gives a shit, but I do. Because it's a compromise to myself. I was actually talking to my therapist about this a few weeks ago, and she told me that creativity is not creativity if it's prolonged and indefinite, but if it comes in bursts. And what comes in the middle is just assertivity. It's just you trying to replicate that. And you know, like you can have your strategies, but I think it comes more from the more assertive way of dealing with things more than like the creative and experimental way. Sometimes the mind has to take a break from being creative. And it's still happening. As I said, one of the main issues that I am not around still is because of social media. I just feel like it necessarily has to be connected to the videos, right? Because like, how am I gonna make videos if I can't share them, if no one sees, you know, which in reality is not the reason I'm making them, but you know, it's nice to see comments. It's nice that people are sharing thoughts about the things that I'm saying and doing. Anyways, I just wanted to comment a few things that have been in my head the past few weeks that I would really love to share. I've realized that being away from social media gives me an extreme amount of time to do whatever else. I'm extremely passionate about educating myself. I wasn't a bright kid in school, but I was really passionate about educating myself and about learning things, and sometimes it wouldn't go so well just because the teachers weren't right or the way of teaching things wasn't right, but I've been trying to see how I can do with it. So just sort of start, I've been reading 4 books at the same time, and it sounds really stupid and really, I almost feel guilty to say, like almost pretentious, like I'm reading 4 books, I'm so intelligent. But it's not like that. It's almost like I'm trying to show that like all of this time that I was using for scrolling down the Instagram or like worrying about people liking the picture that I upload or not. I'm using to read, well, these 3 books out of the 4. There's another one over there. I'm learning something every day and it's just really refreshing. I was thinking I just want to learn about the gut. I think is a really misunderstood part of the body. I just think it is. And at some point I was just really suffering with not my stomach, but like my general gut. Like I felt like there was something wrong. And I was like, well, I could go to the doctor, but I'm probably fine. Maybe I can just educate myself and, you know, see if I can like learn new things about this massive organ in my body. I bought a book called The Inside Story of Our Body's Most Underrated Organ. And it's great. It's funny. It is engaging. It has really funny doodles. And I'm really happy that I am learning so many things. Knowledge helps me to defend myself from people that want to make me feel like I'm stupid. And I don't know if it sounds too weird. You know, you watching, you probably felt that at some point, you know, like you can't defend something that you believe in because you don't quite know the facts behind it. But the moment that you are trying to get yourself into that sort of knowledge, it just comes to you. The second book I'm reading is just fiction. I always feel like it's nice and necessary to have at least a story that is just away from real life, just a bit of a drift away. The third one, and this is something that I've been wanting to speak for a while. If I am really transparent with you guys, I'm a bit scared of talking about this because I absolutely understand that I can trigger certain people. It can be a hard subject, and one of the books that I've been reading is called Me and White Supremacy. I've always been really aware about the systematic racism that Black people suffer, especially Black people, but I've never actually taken the step to properly educate myself because I believe that us white people believe that we know everything and that because we don't call ourselves racist, we are all good to just not read about it or not be curious, you know, just because we are not racist. When in reality, the more you read, the more you realize you have a racist mind. Just like it is in feminism, you know, in intersectional feminism, you need to deconstruct your mind to construct it back again. It is impossible to do that if you don't listen to the people that are struggling. This is a book where it basically asks you to go through certain questions and ask yourself certain things and understand how you've sort of promoted anti-blackness in your life. It is really revealing and it's really shameful when I think that I might have been part of it because I was born in a system that was immediately part of an anti-blackness procedure, let's say. I've been thinking about a lot of things. It's probably one of the main reasons I have not been around much because I've just been wanting to really educate myself, especially on this subject. I've seen actually an open course in Yale. I think Best Dressed, who I follow, you probably know her. If not, I'll just put her down in the comment section. Has uploaded a video today, I think, or yesterday, talking about some open courses in jail. And one of them was African American studies. And I really want to do it. How they went through so much struggle and how fucking blind I've been to it the 23 years that I've been on this earth. I, more than ever, want to be fair. I want to be truthful to the people around me. Understand the struggles of my friends who are Black. And not only my friends, but anyone who I might find in the street. Anything that I might see in my friends, you know, any sort of behavior that might point out that they're being racist. I just want to be able to help as much as I can. Actually, see, it's just I have so many things to talk about this. Jesus. I think Britain prides itself to be incredibly diverse. You know, I live in a place, Bristol, where people, you know, claim to be really diverse and like, you know, we welcome everyone and stuff. But I know for a fact that my mixed race friend called Clara, who you might be watching this, has always made this comment and has always expressed that Bristol is not a diverse place. You know, sometimes she feels a bit weird about it. I always understood that, but not to the extent that I do now. I think that there's a lot of issues in Britain, and people just absolutely dismiss them. They just don't think that racism is real in a place like this because who would be racist? There's no extreme views on racism, so how could it exist? But what we don't understand is that the worst kind of racism is the one that is a bit in the middle, that starts with microaggressions, that continues with certain thoughts, certain jokes. That's the worst kind of racism, because that is the racism that helps the entire system to stay the way it is, not the extremists. The extremists are really clear about their views. It's easy to see who they are. it's not so easy with someone that is just plain white. I have 5 black friends, so I'm definitely not racist. And it's just like, it's absolute bullshit. So anyways, I've been reading this. I've actually been thinking of maybe making a video about white supremacism and the things that I've been learning throughout my journey, trying to deconstruct myself and deconstruct my views. Because I've never thought myself as racist, but then you think about it and you're like, maybe, just maybe, I am wrong and I need to look closer into my behavior and the way I view the world. I'm a bit worried that I might come off in the wrong way, because of course these things are really complicated and I'm just a white chick. The only thing that I would like to share, it would be for white people to just wake up, to not only share random posts in social media, but actually grab a book or study the pain that these people have gone through and the pain that they still go through. And so many times they're just quiet because no one's gonna listen to them, you know, and we shouldn't expect them to do that work. We should just do it ourselves. But anyways, yeah, if I ever do that, it'll be a completely like different video than this. This is just an update, this is just an entrance, this is just me practicing talking to a camera again after like 4 weeks. I also wanted to touch on one more thing, that is my strive for perfectionism. I've been struggling with it quite a bit for most of the videos that you've been watching. I always want to be extremely perfectionist with everything because I want to make sure that people won't have anything against me. I started to realize that I always have this need to make double the work, double the effort than, for example, my boyfriend who's a white male, because usually he gets a really quick approval and I don't. And I mean, either I like you or not, that is really stuck to gender. So I just want to make sure that I still upload, but I'm not telling myself that I have to do things perfectly. That every single video is going to be funny, it's going to be engaging, it's going to be amazing, it's going to have amazing editing. It doesn't matter. It just matters that I still work on myself and that I still share stories and that I still share whatever I have in me and that you're still interested in listening to me. So that's all I want to say. I just wanted to let you know, guys, I'm fine, I'm safe. I'll be back down in Bristol very soon. That way I'll be able to go back to a bit of a routine again. I'm gonna have some restrictions on Instagram. I don't think I'm gonna be so connected on Instagram. I might have the usual post up of I've uploaded a video, go and watch it, and that's going to be it. You'll probably see me on Instagram once a week, but that is just for the sake of my mental health and for the sake of just myself as a human. Just as the last thing, I really recommend you that if you're going through a bad time, a bad moment, and you need to listen to some voice of reason, you go and check Nathaniel Drew. I'll leave his channel down in the box if you're interested in checking him out, but he is a cool dude and I appreciate his videos so much, and I know that some of you will as well. That's it. I'll see you soon.